Adam here with the Walzer Automotive Group. What I want to do today is compare a couple of Nissan Frontiers. So on the one side I have the SV trim, and on the other side I have the Pro-4X. So we'll look at the interiors, the exteriors, the truck bed, and see which one might just be perfect for you. Okay, so let's start by looking at the SV model. Now, both models we have here today are the newest 2024s, and they do have a couple added convenience packages. This one does have the convenience package as well as the technology package into it, so you're gonna add a few different exterior and interior things. But as far as the standard SV goes, every single one of the Nissan Frontiers is gonna come with a 3.8 liter V6. Now, that's gonna be good for 310 horsepower, and that's gonna be either a two-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive model. So both of them we have here today are the four-wheel drive, and in the SV you can either do the crew cab or the king cab, which is going to be the smaller second door, and there's an option for a 5 or 6 foot bed. If we're looking at the Pro-4X, that one's just going to be offered in the crew cab with the 5 foot bed. So back to the SV here, a few different exterior things that will kind of separate the two would be things like the grille up front. You're gonna notice that's a little bit different with the white outline in the Nissan, but this one does come when it's in four-wheel drive with those front tow hooks as well. This one is gonna get a steel front skid plate underneath, and it's just gonna have the halogen headlights compared to where you go up to the LED headlights when looking at the Pro-4X model. Now, this one rides on 17-inch wheels with a Michelin on-road focused tire. That is where you're gonna find the biggest differences between the two, where the Pro-4X is definitely gonna be more off-road or trail focused. The SV and the rest of the Nissan lineup is gonna be more focused for on-road usage. Obviously, it's wintertime here, it's freezing cold, so when I found both of these vehicles today, both of them had the remote start on the key fob, and as well, they're gonna have keyless entry. So you walk up to the door, push the little button, and then inside you're gonna find a push button start. So if you have it remote started, you just hop in, tap that, and you're off and running. Let's hop over to the Pro-4X model, and we'll check out that exterior. Okay, so this 24 Pro-4X, obviously as the name says, is the 4x4 model. Now immediately you're gonna notice a little bit difference from the exterior styling. This is gonna have that black plastic cladding that runs over the fenders, and as well it's gonna have a bead block kind of style looking wheel, and it goes to a Hankook Dynapro off-road focused tire. That's gonna stay on this 17-inch wheel, but it gives it a little bit more aggressive look and a little bit more bite in maybe the snow or off-road terrain. Now up front, that Pro-4X grille is gonna be a little bit different, and you'll notice those red tow hooks up front, which kind of differentiates this one, especially the really cool LED headlights, which is gonna be a great upgrade that gives it a really cool look with the daytime running lights and then the LED headlight. One other thing you might notice is that it has the 360 or surround view camera. So we'll look more at that inside, but you'll notice the little camera on the front, the back, and on the sides. So you get a clear 360 view around the camera, which makes parking really easy. Maybe if you're hauling a trailer or if you're out on the trail, you can definitely see what's going on very clearly. Now let's look at the truck bed on each model. Okay, so opening the tailgate, it's a soft open tailgate on both the Pro-4X and the SV, and both of them we have here today do have the spray-in bed liner. As well, you'll find the Utilitrack system. So what is that good for? You can put these cool little clamps in there. Maybe if you're putting a dirt bike or any equipment in the back, you can strap it down very easily. There's also plenty of hooks in the back, and both do come equipped with the outlet in the back. So if you're camping or on a job site, that's a very convenient thing to have. So each are going to have the sliding rear glass, so if you need to run something through the tailgate or your dog wants to hang out of the back, that's a pretty cool feature that each one offers. Now, since both beds are going to be pretty much the same with the LED lighting, the Utilitrack, and all that good stuff, let's hop back over to the SV and we'll look at the interior. Okay, so now in the SV model, the biggest difference you're gonna find is this one offers the cloth seats. Now you can get cloth in the Pro-4X, but the SV with this convenience package and the technology package does come with heated cloth. So you've got a high or low for the driver and the passenger. As well, this one adds the heated leather wrap steering wheel, which is an absolute must-have in my book. Now, the layout in here is gonna be identical to the Pro-4X. You're gonna notice a few differences with the technology as well as some of the other appointments. And this one is going to have CarPlay in here. It's going to have Android Auto. You've also got Bluetooth, so you can pair your phone, use the steering wheel controls, and even voice control on the wheel here. Now, as far as safety is concerned, that technology package adds a lot of pretty good stuff. You're gonna have blind spot monitoring, emergency braking. This one's got a backup camera in here with parking sensors. So there's a lot of good stuff to make sure you are safe when you're out on the road. But one of my favorite things is the adaptive cruise control. So you set 3, 2, or 1 car length distance ahead of you, and that's going to keep that pace or distance when you're out on the highway or on the city roads, and it's a very convenient feature that kind of takes a load off when you're doing a lot of highway driving. If you're going out to a campsite or the cabin, that's a really cool feature to have. Now we're also going to have a digital display in here. Now Nissan's done a great job with these. There's a ton of different stuff, whether it's your auxiliary gauges, all your trip information, and some of the safety stuff is housed in there. It's very easy to use, straightforward. You hop in, you know what's going on in here. I've got the dual climate control. I know how to set it. There's still a knob. The heated seats are plainly marked. I mean, everything is easy and convenient, which is, if you're looking for maybe a work truck or something day to day, this offers a lot of great equipment at a pretty great price point. So how about rear legroom? Now it is a little tight, but no different than if you're looking at a Tacoma or the Canyon or maybe the Colorado. If you want a full-size truck, you can get a little more legroom back there, but it wasn't too bad, you know? Maybe not for a really long road trip, but just for day-to-day use, those seats do fold up. There's USB plugs and a household outlet in both models, so there's a lot of convenience there. And, you know, it's not a huge amount of space, but for these mid-size pickups, I think it's more than enough to kind of get you through day-to-day and be pretty usable. So overall, like I said, with this one, with the convenience package and the technology package, you can knock a few $1,000s off the price if you maybe don't want all this equipment, and you're getting a lot of truck for the money since the powertrain remains the same, the 4x4. It has obviously the 4-wheel drive or the 4-low you can select here, and a great towing capacity. But let's hop over to the Pro-4X. We'll check out that interior. Okay, so now that we're in the vehicle, what do we always have with us? Our cell phones, right? So this one is going to add the wireless charging down here. As well, I've got wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So I hopped in, I already had my phone set up. Text messaging, Spotify, Google Maps, all that good stuff is built right into here. As well, this is a great responsive touchscreen. It's very quick. I can get to what I want to see. Plus, this has built-in maps if you don't want to use your phone. Now, the other thing that's clearly different in here is all the cool orange accents. So it runs into the doors, onto the center console here, and into the seats. And then these are going to be a leather appointed seat. And it's kind of got like a carbon fiber style look with this quilted leather. It's pretty cool in here. It's definitely a noticeable upgrade when going to the Pro-4X model. Now, like I said, our center console here is going to be pretty much the same. You've got great storage down here, a little bit of space above the infotainment screen. This one keeps the dual climate control, as well as the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. Now, most of the safety stuff is also going to remain the same, but what changes on the Pro-4X is going to be the underbody protection. And this one is going to come with a electronically locking rear differential. So if you do plan on doing any off-roading, that is a must-have for this vehicle. Now, one other noticeable thing in here, the sunroof up above. It definitely opens it up in here. It kind of makes the dark interior not feel so dark. That's a pretty great feature, especially if you got people in the back. It really does open it up, adds a lot of light in here, and there's a little shade so you can close that up if you don't want to have it open. So this Pro-4X adds the Pro Premium package. So that's going to add the Fender sound system in here, which I had my Spotify hooked up, and it definitely does sound pretty awesome. And that's also found in the SV model. Now this also gets the HomeLink auto dimming mirror, as well as the garage door opener pairing. So when you get home, you can click a little button on here and you don't have to have that little device hanging in front of your face. This one also includes the technology package, so that's going to add a bunch of that safety stuff, the adaptive cruise control. It actually will recognize the speed limit signs on the road, and it will feed that to you in the digital display there. So there's a lot of pretty cool stuff added with all these packages. This is as loaded up as the Pro-4X comes. So if you want all the goodies, if you're planning on keeping this truck a long time, I think the Pro-4X model might be the best fit. But if you're looking for just some of the convenience, want to keep the price down a little bit, I think the SV also offers a ton of great equipment at that price point, and it's kind of like an a la carte system. There's a lot of different ways you can configure the Nissan Frontier, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, all the great packages that are offered. I think if you're in the market for a mid-sized truck, if you're looking at the Tacoma, GMC, or the Chevrolet, I think you gotta get out, take this one for a spin, and see what you think. So that was just a quick look at the SV and the Pro-4X. Now, if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by any one of our Nissan locations. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.